When you think of Hollywood giants, one name comes to mind: Kevin Hart.
I think I'm gonna go out on top. I'm announcing my retirement.
He is one of the best comedians in the world.
He said, go get rid of your back fat, get yourself some inches. I said, I will do no such thing.
And he is a top-tier actor.
Stay with me. I'm your wife.
You are not my wife.
But behind the unstoppable energy and infectious laughter lies a story of grit, resilience, and a relentless drive to succeed. So, to see who Kevin Hart is beneath the surface, how he became one of the most influential celebrities, and why there will never be anyone like him, stay tuned and watch until the end, because you will find out how Kevin is turning his legendary career into a global business dynasty.
About to go down.
Kevin Darnell Hart was born in Philadelphia and raised by a single mother alongside his brother Robert. Kevin's mother instilled great principles that stick with him to this day.
And I was late on my rent. I was late on my rent for about 2 months.
Right.
And she kept asking me, did I read the Bible? And I was getting pissed off. I was like, Mom, stop with the religion. Okay, this is serious. Like, I'm gonna get evicted.
Right.
I need you to give me the money. She was like, let me know when you read your Bible, then we can talk about the money. She said it for the longest. Finally, one day, this is a true story, hand on the Bible. One day, I'm in the room, and I'm like, yo, Mom is really tripping. Like, yo, they're gonna evict me.
Right.
But let me just open this Bible and read a scripture. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray about this. I open up the Bible, and literally, like 7 months of rent. Give me 100% all the time, and I'm a happy mother. When you half-ass me, I'm on your ass. Mom, I want to do this. I want to play baseball. Well, then you're going to play. Mom, I don't like that no more. Then why'd you start the season? Because I thought I wanted to do it. Then you're going to finish the season. You don't quit. There's other people that invested time and energy into you. You don't just quit on people. But I don't want to do it. Finish the season. Mom, I want to swim. Then you're going to finish swimming. It didn't matter what I did. I was never allowed to quit. So now in anything I do, when I pick it up and say I'm going to start it, I got to finish it.
However, Kevin still had to navigate the streets of Philadelphia while his father was in and out of jail, battling a cocaine addiction.
My dad is the prime example. Crazy drug addict, in and out of jail. Life was very bad. Very fucking bad for my dad.
From an early age, Kevin began using humor as a coping mechanism for his family troubles. And a few years after graduating from high school, he decided to give stand-up comedy a shot.
That is my song right there. I'm going to get hyped. I'm going to do my thing. Put it on real quick so I can get hyped, so I can feel myself. One quick time. See, this how you got it. That's it. That's all I need.
Kevin's early attempts at stand-up comedy were met with brutal rejection while performing because he tried to imitate his idols like Chris Tucker and Eddie Murphy. Still, audiences never responded well, and he was booed off stage multiple times.
I would much rather be booed. The disappointment that came from her voice, and then, oh no. She said, baby, it was like, oh no, baby.
While most people would have quit or given up, Kevin continued to refine his act and develop his comedic ability. Then, at age 20, Kevin took a leap of faith and moved to New York City. This was where Kevin met great comedians such as Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neal, Jim Norton, and Keith Robinson. But he still couldn't escape the criticism.
I remember one of my first spots at the Boston Comedy Club. I'm excited. I got a spot in the back of the room right here. Ugh. At this point, I'm sweating. I'm just nervous. And then out of nowhere, boom! Patrice and I, from the back of the room, were heaving fucking phone books at Kevin Hart. And Patrice said, call anybody in there and ask them if you made the right decision. This ain't for you, man. Ugh.
During this time, Keith Robinson became Kevin's mentor.
He was the guy that said, the material that you have is stupid, that you're not talking about anything. Keith Robinson is the guy that said, do you want to be a comedian that's for one group of people, or do you want to appeal to everybody?
Right.
Do you want to be interesting, or do you just want to be cool and quick funny? Do you want to tell a story? Do you want people to know about you, your life? He opened up the floodgates as to what material was and what it should be.
Keith advised Kevin to stop imitating others, be himself, and to make jokes for more than just one group of people.
He showed me how to put work into the craft of comedy.
However, even with this advice, Kevin took many thrashings for about 4 to 5 hours per day while at the Comedy Cellar.
The trashings that I took from the age 20 to 24 in my young comedic career about how awful I was.
Kevin didn't let the critics stop him or slow him down. He kept performing and refining his act, and by late 2003, Kevin had racked up a few roles in TV shows and movies in Hollywood, which helped him land a breakthrough opportunity in Scary Movie 3.
In fact, I know somebody can definitely help you with that.
You do? Who?
Wait up, man. I heard Jamal from 90th Street. He watched that tape last week, and this morning he woke up dead.
How the hell do you wake up dead?
Because you're alive when you go to sleep.
Wait, just tell me you can
So you
help.
telling me that you can go to bed dead and wake up alive?
You can't go to bed dead, man. That shit would be redundant.
Just tell
No,
me.
it wouldn't. Because you can go to bed and not be dead, and you can die but not be in the bed.
Though it was a small part, it was just enough to get Hollywood's attention. Kevin delivered many hilarious moments and made a lasting impression on audiences. But one role wasn't enough. He wanted more. And not just any role, a leading role.
You even know how to fly a plane, man?
Trip, homie. I got my wings when I got out.
Got your wings when you got out. You right, you know. Plus, I ain't really got another choice right now. How much? Nope. Where's your uniform at, man?
You looking at it. The mackin' is cracking. This how I come. I don't wear no square suits. I'm a player. We ride spinners. We ride spinners.
You ride spinners and you write on bombs. You know, that's classified. I'm gonna tell you what. Get us there safe. Can you do that? You something else, Muggs.
That was Kevin in 2004, starring in Soul Plane as the lead actor over some other big-name celebrities. But even though the movie didn't perform well at the box office, Kevin's performance was unforgettable. For many, Soul Plane was the first time they saw what he could bring to a character. And in an interview, Kevin said,
It really was a pivotal moment for me in my career because although the movie didn't have box office success, because it got bootlegged, it had a tremendous amount of success and it allowed me to really kind of take my feet, place them in a space of stand-up, build a rapport with an audience, and grow a fan.
Kevin's new Hollywood success was giving his comedy career a much-needed boost. So, off the back of his newfound fame, Kevin released his first stand-up special, I'm a Grown Little Man, in 2009.
I want to be an R&B singer for a long time, but I can't sing, but I can dance my ass off. If anybody in here is trying to be a singer, I'm about to tell you what you need to know to make it, all right? There's some more classified stuff. All you know how to do is open your hands, close them, and point. That's it. I know it sounds crazy, y'all like, what? But I'm telling y'all, it look good. Watch this. I'm not gonna sing nothing, but tell me this don't look like I'm about to say some stuff. Look at this.
The special was a massive hit, but it was really his next two specials, Seriously Funny and Laugh at My Pain, which turned him into a household name.
Start explaining your financial situation for no reason at all. I said I would, but the way my bank account is set up, the thing is, I got a checking in the savings, but all the money is in my savings. So I got to switch it to my checking, but it's going to take 3 business days. I don't think it's going to go through.
By the mid-2010s, Kevin Hart was no longer just a comedian. He was a global icon. He was getting offered significant roles in blockbuster films, and to no surprise, Kevin took as many as he could handle.
Hey, Mike, how old is your mom?
What?
No, not like that. No, it is like that. How old is she? I come in the house, she was like, you want to eat? I said, eat what?
So first of all, put my plate down and stop hitting on my mom, man.
Don't get mad at me. I don't even want to be here. Y'all the ones that want to be here. I want to go to the strip club. Man, wrap this up. I got a bunch of ones and somebody gonna get them. Miss Loretta, I'm ready for the rest of the tour.
Think Like a Man, released in 2012, was a game changer for Kevin's career. It grossed over $96 million worldwide, making Kevin a standout star. Unsurprisingly, his next stand-up special, Let Me Explain, was also a smash hit, grossing over $32 million in theaters. Unheard of for a comedy special.
If I'm late, something happened. I don't give a shit. Something drastic happened. Yo, dude, sorry I'm late. I was on the highway and a f***ing baby was running on the highway. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. So I get out the car, I start chasing the baby. In my mind, I'm like, why you running, baby? That's what I'm thinking, right? But I'm like, what do you do? Because I can't just grab the baby and throw the baby in the car. That's kidnapping. I go to jail. I got a little butt. I'll get raped. I know they'll rape me in jail. I ain't trying to get raped. So I had to make a decision. I was like, what do I do? So I decided to adopt the baby.
Then came Ride Along, released in 2004 alongside Ice Cube, which cemented Kevin's place at the top of Hollywood.
My double agents. So you guys brought me the best prize of them all. James Payton.
What you think you're doing?
Shut your ass up, man. You don't have the right to talk.
I'ma kill you.
See, James, for those who don't know, James has been chasing my ass day and night for some time now. But he can never catch me. You know why? Because he's one of those people who thinks he always knows best. Doesn't think that people are good enough for certain people without even really knowing those other people. You with me? Guess what today is, big man? Today is the day that you die.
Ride Along was such a hit that it inspired Ride Along 2, and both movies collectively grossed over $250 million. In the following year, Kevin played another great role, but this time in Get Hard.
And statistically, you definitely went to prison.
See you tomorrow, convict.
Hello?
You ready, white boy? Pepper spray, bitch! Prison school is in session.
I'm learning so much. This is exactly what I need.
What reason did you give him to assume that you went to jail?
I was being black.
You're not exactly a thug, Darnell.
All I gotta do is talk a little deeper.
I'm gonna say goodnight.
Bitch, don't walk away from me. What the hell did you just say to me? Stop! Yo! Stop! What is that?
Then, Kevin followed this up in 2016 when he became the first comedian to headline a stand-up show at a stadium.
Private school kids don't have any edge. You need edge to survive in life. My son definitely doesn't have it. I got some of my friends over my house that I grew up with. We're having a thug-like conversation. I hear my son coming down the steps. I hear his flip-flops popping. They popping fast. Something's wrong. Dad! Wi-Fi's down. I don't know what made me more upset. That or my friend going, who's Wi-Fi?
This special, What Now?, filmed at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, attracted over 53,000 fans. Kevin was getting better and better, and in 2017, Kevin took his career to a whole new level with Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle.
We gotta go.
I can't outrun those guys.
We gotta go now. Get on my back.
But I would rather die.
Jump on my back.
Nope, I'm gonna die.
Let me down.
The movie was a massive success, earning nearly $1 billion worldwide. Kevin had officially conquered Hollywood. However, what was to come in the following years would change his career forever.
Huge announcement overnight. Kevin Hart named Oscars host, the comedian calling it the opportunity of a lifetime. He said he's dreamed of this moment all his life.
In 2018, Kevin was invited to host the Oscars, which is a dream come true for many comedians, so as you can imagine, Kevin was very excited.
He broke the news to his 66 million followers on Instagram, writing, "I am so happy to say that the day has finally come for me to host the Oscars. I am blown away simply because this has been a goal on my list for a long time. To be able to join the legendary list of hosts that have graced that stage is unbelievable."
However, shortly after the announcement, Kevin's lifelong dream came crashing down right in front of his eyes.
After he got the gig, critics almost immediately started blasting the popular actor and comedian for old tweets and comedy routines they say were homophobic.
Kevin's old jokes from 2011, both on stage and on Twitter, came back to haunt him.
Reportedly wrote, "Yo, if my son comes home and tries to play with my daughter's dollhouse, I'm going to break it over his head and say in my voice, stop, that's gay."
One of my biggest fears is my son growing up and being gay. That's a fear. Keep in mind, I'm not homophobic. I have nothing against gay people. Be happy. Do what you want to do. But me being a heterosexual male, if I can prevent my son from being gay, I will.
Despite initially claiming to have grown up and to have changed over time, during the controversy, Kevin gave in to the critics, stepped down from the Oscars, and released an official apology.
"I have made the choice to step down from hosting this year's Oscars. This is because I do not want to be a distraction on a night that should be celebrated by so many amazing, talented artists. I sincerely apologize to the LGBTQ community for my insensitive words from my past."
And if you thought things couldn't get worse for Kevin after nearly losing his career, in 2019, when he was meant to star in Jumanji: The Next Level, he nearly lost his whole life.
Hart was a passenger in his prized Plymouth Barracuda, which was a birthday present to himself. The muscle car, being driven by a friend, rolled into a ditch, crushing the roof and shattering the windshield.
A severe car accident left Kevin Hart with serious back injuries and put his life in the spotlight on hold.
Hart suffered serious back injuries that required surgery and extensive physical therapy.
After all those years of success, Kevin found himself in a very low position. He missed out on a lifelong dream and was now in the worst physical condition of his life. Kevin was at rock bottom and didn't have much hope of reclaiming the grand spotlight he had become accustomed to. However, with the same grit and determination he displayed when he kept being booed off stage during his come-up, he was back on stage just months after his accident and received an award.
First and foremost, man, thank God, because I definitely don't have to be here.
This was a testament to his strength, resilience, and determination. He then released a Netflix documentary titled Don't Fuck This Up that documented his life, career, and recovery from the crash.
Kevin, I'm gonna act stupid for you for a while.
So that road to becoming the billionaire or the mogul, it's a long road, man. And you can think you got it all together, and something stupid can happen that can take it all away like that.
I'm talking about
Kevin was now on the rise after a challenging 2018 and 2019, but then COVID hit. And whilst most comedians didn't perform during this time, Kevin brought stand-up to his living room in his Zero Fucks Given special.
I went to Walmart. I got hit with a greeting so fucking fantastic one time. I don't even know where he came from. He just slid in my POV. I walked in. He was like, "Welcome to Walmart. You here to get you some stuff?" I said, "The fuck? Where did you come from, man?" He's like, "You better get you some stuff. We rolling back prices." Then he moonwalked. He just moonwalked out the way.
This was a great success for Kevin, as he entertained a group of lucky guests in his own house, entertained over 21 million bored people stuck at home, and earned more than ever while most comedians are out of work, trying to find ways to entertain their fans online. To follow this up, Kevin showcased his versatility when he starred in a more serious role in Netflix's limited series, True Story, in 2021.
Everything I got, I earned. That's all me. I never had my hand out. I never took something that wasn't mine. I never hurt anybody. Took a lot of people with me. A whole lot of fucking people, and all those people rely on me now.
This was viewed by over 60 million people and loved by nearly all of them. Kevin was back on top of Hollywood, and nothing was going to stop his domination. Following that, in 2021 also, he took the leading role in Fatherhood. Fatherhood was received greatly, and it was watched by over 91 million people globally. In the same year, Kevin also launched Hart to Hart, a talk show on Peacock, where he interviews A-list celebrities.
Why, especially when there's such a successful opening, you seem to have the appetite from your fan base for more. What's the reason or the reasons for the stopping of Black Adam?
Black Adam got caught in a vortex of new leadership.
And then, in 2022, Kevin starred in action comedies like Me Time and The Man from Toronto, which are two films I personally enjoyed.
Let's go! Every parent's dream is to spend a week without their family. I get some me time. Me time!
How was your first day of freedom?
It was great. I played golf with some old buddies of mine. I went to this underground barbecue spot.
You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm all right.
What this? No.
They wanted me to torture the guy.
I'll dig these goddamn thumbs in your eyes and I will love it!
What's that?
What'd I do?
Our only way to find the man from Toronto is if you continue to be the man from Toronto.
Career-wise, Kevin was doing very well. So he boldly decided to merge his Heartbeat media company and his Laugh Out Loud platform into one global behemoth that produces films, TV shows, and podcasts at the intersection of comedy and culture. This made Kevin the owner of one of the largest Black-owned media companies in Hollywood. In 2022, he also founded Hart House, a plant-based fast food chain promoting healthier living, and at the same time, he grew Heartbeat Ventures, a venture capital fund, and focused on empowering underserved communities. Before the year could end, Kevin used his very own Heartbeat to launch his reality check tour.
The BBL. What the fuck? These bitches look like ants. That's right, I said it. I don't like it when people eat and sweat
at the same time. I don't fucking like it. I don't fucking like it. Like if somebody's eating, while they eat, they're like, whoo, oh, I'll punch you in the fucking face.
This marked Kevin's first major tour in over 4 years since his cancellation and life-threatening accident. Billboard named Reality Check the #1 comedy tour of 2022, and consequently, this made Kevin the highest-grossing comedian in 2022 and 2023. Things just kept getting better for Kevin, and in 2024, he became the youngest recipient of the prestigious Mark Twain Prize.
On a serious note, jokes aside, you can't buy support. You can't fake that.
Kevin won this for his impact on American comedy, which is a testament to his world-class comedic ability. Today, Kevin Hart isn't just a comedian or actor, he's an icon of resilience, ambition, and hard work. His career has seen its fair share of ups and downs, but through it all, Kevin has continued to evolve, entertain, and inspire millions around the world. Heartbeat will continue to allow Kevin Hart to entertain the masses in his great, unique way. And he even has his own animated series about his childhood called Lil Kev, soon to be released.
Man, you gotta love the hustle and bustle of my amazing neighborhood.
Evan, what? You better get your natural black behind in this house before those street lights come on.
Don't worry, Ma. I'm just enjoying the sights and sounds of my city. Got plenty of time. Oh, snap.
So, because no one has had the same struggles, failures, and successes, it is clear there will never be another Kevin Hart. But there are other comedians who have their great unique stories, such as Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neal, or Dave Chappelle. And luckily for you, we have made videos on them, so click here to watch.